Let me tell you what separates wealthy men from poor men. It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not even opportunity. It's discipline. Unwavering, relentless, daily discipline. The kind of discipline that most people cannot even comprehend, let alone practice. You look at a wealthy man and you see the money, the cars, the houses, the lifestyle, but you don't see what created it. You don't see the years of disciplined action, the daily sacrifices, the relentless consistency, the absolute refusal to deviate from the path. Because if you saw that, you'd understand why so few people become wealthy. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't pay the price of discipline. Discipline is not exciting, it's not sexy, it's not Instagram worthy. It's boring, repetitive, demanding. It's doing the same things over and over and over, whether you feel like it or not, whether it's convenient or not, whether anyone is watching or not. And most people simply cannot do this. They lack the discipline, and so they lack the wealth. But here's what you must understand. Discipline is not a personality trait. It's not something you're born with. Discipline is a skill, a muscle. And like any muscle, it can be built, strengthened, developed through practice. And when you build the discipline of wealthy men, wealth becomes inevitable. Not because you got lucky, but because you became the kind of person wealth cannot resist. Now let me be brutally honest. The discipline required to build wealth is extreme. It's not moderate. It's not balanced. It's obsessive, singular, all-consuming. And if you're not willing to embrace this level of discipline, stop now. Save yourself the frustration of trying to build wealth with mediocre discipline. It won't work. But if you're willing, truly willing, to develop the discipline of wealthy men, then pay attention, because I'm about to reveal the 6 disciplines that every wealthy man practices. These are not suggestions. These are requirements. And every single person who has built significant wealth has mastered these disciplines, without exception. The first discipline, the discipline of time. Wealthy men treat time like the finite, irreplaceable resource it is. They do not waste it. They do not squander it. They do not allow others to steal it. Every minute is accounted for. Every hour has a purpose. Every day is designed to move them closer to their goals. Poor men waste time like it's infinite. They scroll social media for hours. They watch TV until midnight. They engage in meaningless conversations. They say yes to every invitation. They allow interruptions constantly. And then they wonder why years pass with no progress. It's simple. They never controlled their time. Their time controlled them. The wealthy man is tyrannical with his time. He guards it ferociously. He says no to almost everything. He eliminates time wasters ruthlessly. He structures his day around his highest value activities. And he never, ever allows anyone to dictate how he spends his hours. Here's how wealthy men manage time. Morning dominance. The first 2, 3 hours of the day are sacred. Number meetings. No calls. No interruptions. This is when mental clarity is highest. This is when the most important work gets done. The wealthy man owns his morning completely. Time blocking. Every hour of the day is assigned in advance. Deep work blocks for creation. Meetings blocked together. Admin time batched. Nothing is left to chance. The calendar is the operating system of a wealthy life. Ruthless prioritization. There are always more opportunities than time. The wealthy man says no to good opportunities to say yes to great ones. He understands that every yes is a no to something else. So he chooses carefully. Delegation and elimination. If someone else can do it 80% as well, delegate it. If it doesn't directly contribute to goals, eliminate it. The wealthy man only does what only he can do. Zero tolerance for time theft. Other people will steal your time if you let them. The undisciplined person shows up late, calls without scheduling, rambles without purpose. The wealthy man cuts these people from his life entirely. Track your time for 1 week. Every single hour. You'll be horrified at how much you waste. Then redesign. Eliminate the waste. Protect the productive time. And never again allow time to slip through your fingers unaccounted for. Time is your life. Waste time, waste life. Master time, master life. This is the first discipline, the discipline of money. Wealthy men have absolute discipline around money. They know where every dollar goes. They spend intentionally. They save systematically. They invest religiously. There is zero unconscious spending. Zero financial chaos. Zero living beyond their means. Poor men have no financial discipline. They spend impulsively. They have no budget. They don't track expenses. They buy things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people they don't like. And then they complain about being broke. You're broke because you lack discipline, not because you lack money. The wealthy man follows these financial disciplines without exception. Pay yourself first, before any bill, before any expense, before anything. 30% of income goes to savings and investment. Automatically, non-negotiably. This is how wealth builds, not from what you earn, from what you keep. Live below your means. Wealthy men live on less than they earn, significantly less, not because they're cheap, but because they understand that the gap between earning and spending is where wealth is built. Poor men spend every dollar they make. Wealthy men spend 70%, and invest the rest. Track every dollar. You cannot manage what you don't measure. Wealthy men know exactly where their money goes. Every expense is tracked. Every dollar is accounted for. This awareness creates control, and control creates wealth. Invest, don't consume. Poor men buy liabilities, cars, clothes, gadgets, things that lose value. Wealthy men buy assets, stocks, real estate, businesses, things that gain value. Every purchase decision is filtered through this question. Is this an asset or a liability? Delay gratification. Wealthy men say no to immediate pleasure for future gain. They drive the older car to invest the difference. They skip the expensive vacation to fund the business. They sacrifice now to win later. And they do this for years, decades, until the compound growth makes them wealthy. Eliminate debt. Debt is financial slavery. Wealthy men pay off consumer debt aggressively. They never carry credit card balances. They understand that interest payments are wealth flowing away from them. They refuse to pay this tax. This level of financial discipline is rare. Most people cannot do it. They want the wealth without the discipline. They want to spend freely and still get rich. Impossible. Wealth requires financial discipline. Period. Implement these disciplines today. Create a budget. Track your spending. Set up automatic savings. Cut unnecessary expenses. Pay off debt. Start investing. Do this consistently for 10 years and you'll be wealthy. Guaranteed. Not because of some secret strategy, but because of disciplined execution. The third discipline, the discipline of work. Wealthy men have an entirely different relationship with work than poor men. Work is not something they do from 9 to 5. Work is not something they avoid when possible. Work is their craft, their obsession, their path to mastery, and they bring relentless discipline to it. Poor men do the minimum. They work just hard enough not to get fired. They watch the clock. They complain. They take every shortcut. They produce mediocre results, and they wonder why they're not advancing. You're not advancing because your work discipline is weak. Wealthy men bring extreme discipline to their work. Show up early, leave late. While others are sleeping, wealthy men are working. While others are leaving, wealthy men are staying, not because they're workaholics, but because they're building something, and building requires time. Disciplined time, deep work daily. Wealthy men engage in deep, focused, uninterrupted work every single day. 4 hours minimum. This is where value is created. This is where mastery develops. This is where wealth originates, and it requires brutal discipline to protect this time. Excellence as standard. Wealthy men do not produce mediocre work, ever. Every project, every task, every deliverable. Excellence is the only acceptable standard. This requires discipline, because excellence is hard. Mediocrity is easy, but excellence compounds, and eventually it creates wealth. Continuous improvement. Wealthy men never stop learning, never stop improving, never stop refining their craft. They read daily. They study their industry obsessively. They seek feedback ruthlessly. They practice deliberately. This disciplined pursuit of mastery separates them from everyone else. Completion obsession. Wealthy men finish what they start. They don't have 20 half-done projects. They have completed projects that produce results. Starting is easy. Finishing requires discipline. And wealth rewards finishers, not starters. Results, not activity. Wealthy men measure results, not hours worked. They don't confuse busyness with productivity. They ask constantly, is this activity producing results? If not, they stop doing it. This disciplined focus on outcomes creates extraordinary productivity. Look at your work habits honestly. Are you producing excellence or mediocrity? Are you focused or scattered? Are you finishing or dabbling? Are you improving or stagnating? The answers reveal your discipline level, and your discipline level predicts your wealth level. Bring discipline to your work every single day. No excuses, no exceptions. And watch how your results and your income transform. The fourth discipline, the discipline of health. Wealthy men understand something poor men don't. Health is wealth. Without health, money is meaningless. Without energy, nothing gets built. Without vitality, life is suffering. So they bring absolute discipline to their health. Poor men abuse their bodies. They eat garbage. They don't exercise. They don't sleep. They drink too much. They're stressed constantly, and their bodies break down. Then they wonder why they can't perform. You can't perform because you lack the physical capacity, and you lack capacity because you lack health discipline. Wealthy men follow these health disciplines religiously. Sleep discipline, 7, 9 hours, every night, non-negotiable, same bedtime, same wake time, optimized sleep environment, no screens before bed, no alcohol, no excuses. Sleep is the foundation of performance, and performance creates wealth. Nutrition discipline, whole foods, minimal processing, proper protein, healthy fats, complex carbs, hydration, no sugar, no junk. Every meal is fuel for performance, not comfort, not entertainment. Fuel. This level of dietary discipline is rare, but it's required. Movement discipline, daily exercise, no exceptions. Strength training, 3-4 POCs per week. Cardiovascular work, 2-3x per week. Daily walking, stretching. The wealthy man moves his body every single day because a strong body creates a strong mind, and a strong mind creates wealth. Stress management, meditation, breath work, time in nature, journaling, whatever works. But stress must be managed daily. Chronic stress destroys health, and destroyed health destroys everything else. So wealthy men discipline themselves to manage stress proactively. Recovery discipline, rest days, massages, saunas, cold plunges, whatever aids recovery. Wealthy men understand that recovery is when growth happens. So they discipline themselves to recover as hard as they work. Preventive care, regular checkups, blood work, dental care, vision care. Wealthy men don't wait until things break. They maintain proactively because preventing problems is easier than fixing them. Your health determines your capacity. Your capacity determines your output. Your output determines your income. Therefore, health discipline directly creates wealth. Most people don't see this connection. Wealthy men do, and they act accordingly. Implement health discipline today. Fix your sleep. Clean up your diet. Start exercising. Manage your stress. Your body is the vehicle that carries you to wealth. Maintain it with discipline. The fifth discipline, the discipline of relationships. Wealthy men are extremely disciplined about who they allow into their lives. They understand that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So they choose those 5 people very carefully. Poor men have no relationship discipline. They maintain toxic friendships out of loyalty. They spend time with negative people. Out of obligation, they allow anyone into their inner circle. And these people drag them down. You cannot soar with eagles while running with turkeys. But poor men try and fail. Wealthy men practice these relationship disciplines. Ruthless curation. Wealthy men audit their relationships regularly. Who adds value? Who drains energy? Who elevates? Who diminishes? And based on these answers, they make hard decisions. They cut toxic people. They limit time with mediocre people. They invest time in exceptional people. No tolerance for negativity. Complainers. Victims. Drama creators. Energy vampires. Wealthy men remove these people immediately. Life is too short for negative people. And wealth requires positive energy. So negative people must go. Seek higher levels. Wealthy men deliberately spend time with people more successful than they are. This is uncomfortable, it's humbling, but it's how you grow. You cannot learn from people below you. You learn from people above you. So disciplined men seek upward relationships. Give value first. Wealthy men don't network to extract value. They network to provide value. They help. They connect. They contribute. And this generosity creates powerful relationships. Relationships that eventually contribute to wealth. Limited social circle. Wealthy men don't have 500 friends. They have 5, 10, deep relationships. They understand that relationships require time and energy, so they limit the number and maximize the depth. Quality over quantity, always. Family discipline. Wealthy men protect time with family, but they also set boundaries. They don't allow family drama to consume them. They love, they support, but they don't sacrifice their goals for family members who won't help themselves. Look at your relationships. Who are you spending time with? Are they where you want to be? Are they growing? Are they positive? Are they adding value? If not, you need relationship discipline. Cut the bad. Limit the mediocre. Invest in the excellent. Your relationships shape your destiny. Choose them with discipline. The sixth discipline, the discipline of mindset. This is the foundation of all other disciplines because your mindset determines your actions, and your actions determine your results. Wealthy men discipline their minds as rigorously as they discipline their bodies. Poor men allow their minds to run wild. Random thoughts, negative beliefs, victim mentality, scarcity thinking, doubt, fear, complaint. And these mental patterns create poor results. Your external world reflects your internal world. And poor men have poor internal worlds. Wealthy men practice these mindset disciplines daily. Morning mindset ritual. Before anything else, wealthy men condition their minds. Meditation, visualization, affirmations, gratitude, reading, whatever works, but the mind is deliberately set to the proper frequency before the day begins. Thought management. Wealthy men monitor their thoughts constantly. When negative thoughts arise, they're caught and redirected. When limiting beliefs surface, they're challenged and replaced. Thought discipline is the most important discipline because thoughts become things. Gratitude practice, daily gratitude, morning and evening. Wealthy men train their minds to see abundance, not lack, to focus on what they have, not what they're missing. This mental discipline creates positive energy, and positive energy attracts wealth. Affirmation discipline. Wealthy men speak their goals into existence. Daily affirmations, repeated until they're believed until they're manifested. This isn't woo-woo. This is mind programming, and it works. Information diet. Wealthy men control what enters their minds. No news, no social media scrolling, no negative content, only books, only educational material, only content that elevates. Your mind is a garden. Wealthy men are disciplined about what they plant in it. Evening review. Before sleep, wealthy men review the day. What went well? What needs improvement? What did they learn? This disciplined reflection creates continuous growth, and continuous growth creates wealth. Belief reinforcement. Wealthy men constantly reinforce beliefs that serve them. I am capable. I am worthy. I create value. Money flows to me easily. Repeated until these beliefs become unshakable. This mental discipline overrides years of limiting programming. Your mindset is your operating system. Everything runs on it. And if your operating system is full of bugs, negative beliefs, limiting thoughts, scarcity mentality, nothing works properly. Discipline your mind daily, relentlessly, and everything else becomes easier. Now let me tell you the complete truth. These 6 disciplines, time, money, work, health, relationships, mindset, are not separate. They're interconnected. Mastery of one supports mastery of the others, and together they create an unstoppable force for wealth creation. But here's what most people miss. You cannot practice these disciplines occasionally. You cannot be disciplined when you feel like it. Discipline, by definition, means doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Every single day, without exception, forever. This is why so few people become wealthy, not because they don't know what to do, but because they cannot maintain the discipline to do it consistently. They start strong. They fade quickly. They give up eventually. And they blame circumstances. But circumstances didn't fail them. Their discipline did. Here's your discipline implementation plan. Week 1, awareness. Track your current discipline levels in all 6 areas. Be brutally honest about where you're undisciplined. Accept that your current results are produced by your current disciplines. Commit to change. Week 2, 4, time discipline. Implement time blocking. Establish morning routine. Eliminate time wasters. Say no to non-essential commitments. Week 5, 8, money discipline. Create budget. Set up automatic savings. Track all expenses, cut unnecessary spending, start investing. Week 9. 1. 2. Work discipline. Establish deep work blocks. Commit to excellence. Implement completion system. Begin continuous learning routine. Month 4. 6. Health discipline. Fix sleep schedule. Clean up diet. Establish exercise routine. Implement stress management. Schedule preventive care. Month 7. 9. Relationship discipline. Audit current relationships. Cut toxic people. Seek higher level connections. Set family boundaries. Build quality. Relationships month. 1-0. 1-2. Mindset, discipline. Morning ritual established. Evening review implemented. Daily gratitude and affirmations. Information diet enforced. Thought. Management practiced year 2 onward. Integration. All 6 disciplines operating simultaneously. Continuous refinement. Lifetime practice. Wealth inevitable. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Actually, it's not even a marathon. It's a lifestyle. These disciplines must become who you are, not what you do. And when they become your identity, wealth becomes your reality. Let me tell you one final truth. The discipline of wealthy men is not punishment. It's freedom. Poor men think discipline is restrictive. Wealthy men know it's liberating, because discipline creates results, and results create options, and options create freedom. The undisciplined man is a slave, slave to his impulses, slave to his circumstances, slave to other people's schedules, slave to his own weakness. He has no freedom because he has no discipline. But the disciplined man is free, free to create the life he wants, free to build the wealth he desires, free to live on his own terms because he has mastered himself. And self-mastery is the foundation of all mastery. You want wealth? Build discipline. You want freedom? Build discipline. You want success? Build discipline. Everything you want is on the other side of discipline. Everything. The disciplines of wealthy men are not complex. They're simple. But simple is not easy. Simple requires consistency, and consistency requires discipline. The discipline most people will never develop. But you are not most people. You're still here, still reading, still committed, which means you might actually do this. You might actually build the discipline. You might actually become wealthy. The path is clear. The disciplines are defined. The choice is yours. Will you build the discipline of wealthy men, or will you remain undisciplined and poor? Your future is determined by your answer to this question. Choose wisely, because discipline is destiny, and your discipline today determines your wealth tomorrow. Now go. Build your disciplines. Master your time. Master your money. Master your work. Master your health. Master your relationships. Master your mindset. And wealth will have no choice but to find you, because you will have become the kind of person wealth cannot resist. The discipline of wealthy men, practice it daily, live it completely, become it entirely. This is the way.